Ah. It's football season, people, and we kicking off week one like this. And we going live today because we are going to talk football today. I made sure we go live today so we can talk football with my people. We are going to start doing our live shows so we can start doing live football with our people. Welcome to the Randy Tone Show. I am your host, Big Man, along with my homeboy, Tone Tone in the house. Tone, what's up?
Woody woo!
Football season.
Football time. Plus, we're going to make that call. We're going to call up and give him a voice. A little voice. What's that all about? Yeah, that up. I'm going to get out
Hey. Good evening to all my Giant fans out there tonight. If you're in the house, I'm kicking this off straight just for the football season. We going live for week one. We will not be going live no any other time. We'll probably just record it. But tonight, I wanted to kick off week one. Why? Because I'm a true Cowboy fan, and I believe tonight we're going to whoop the hell out of them, the goddamn Giants.
What?
I got that out of my
I was
system.
Stuck for a minute.
I got that out of my system.
I'm glad you got that out of your system.
It's out of my system.
And just keep me on suicide watch tonight when Dallas go down.
Watch out, man. I hope we going through the mic, man.
Say that again.
Hope I'm going through the mic, the right mic.
I don't know.
You know me.
Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2. You know, nope. Hold on.
Well, while he's holding on, I'm gonna try to give you some updates. As far as I can see, the Raiders games had finished.
The Raiders
17-16 beat the Broncos. Eagles got 2 minutes left against the Patriots. They up by 5. The Rams is 30-13 over the Seahawks. That game has finished. We still got Miami with 1 minute 48 seconds fighting against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Packers up 18 points, 38-20 on the Bears with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Shout out to the Packers winning without my man Aaron Rodgers today. Shout out to the Packers winning without my man Aaron Rodgers today.
Had to say that twice. Huh?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so it wasn't all him then.
Nah, it wasn't all him. That's why I'm shouting him out.
It's just first game.
Shouting them out. Hello to the world,
you just
man.
Pay attention and focus on who playing on Cowboys today.
I know who's playing on the Cowboys.
Okay.
If you asking me who our starting quarterback is,
I'm not asking. So we're gonna go to the next thing.
Okay, let's go to the next thing. What's the next thing? He said we're gonna go to.
We don't want to know about how your Cowboys are doing, how they playing.
Don't talk about my Cowboys.
I don't want to talk about them. That's the whole point.
Don't talk about my Cowboys. We don't get on here and talk about your Giants or your Knicks. This is you don't want to get on your Knicks.
No, I ain't nothing to get on my Knicks. My Knicks is looking good.
We're trying to kick off this football season right, man. We're trying to give the people some love so they can see. But if you want to go there with them Giants fans and everybody else, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go there with them Giants.
To go to a different subject, I heard Canada beat United States today.
That
was a strange one. We're gonna bring that one up.
We're gonna bring that up. Canada beat United States. Of course, you can hear all the background and everything is man. We just had a good opening night tonight.
Finishing up of the last games.
Man, it's crazy. Just to think the NFL season is back. The NFL. I couldn't wait for that, man. I'm an NFL ball. I can't really do nothing else.
No disrespect to baseball.
No disrespect to the baseball. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm not even sure if we coming through the mics. I can't even.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't click to see.
You're not getting no level adjustments and none of that?
I'm not getting anything. I'm trying to find everything we need to find, brother.
12 hours ago, Canada beat USA to win bronze medal.
Wow.
Yep. That's what it says, people.
Wow.
11 hours ago at ESPN.
Wow.
That's going to be something to come back to the NBA with because RJ is on Canada.
So what, this was basketball?
Yep, they go Barrett right there.
So this was basketball they beat him?
Yeah. Canada beat USA for the bronze medal. USA not getting any medal this year.
That's why we're doing the opening day of football.
Yeah, well, I see that.
Yeah.
Watching a few highlights of the game. I don't like
I
that.
absolutely can't understand what's going on with the USA team, soccer, everything. We didn't do too good this year. But I'm hoping my Cowboys really lift it up, baby. I hope my Cowboys come through
How
and
the Cowboys gonna lift it up for the whole United
the
States? We
Cowboys
didn't
can
win nothing,
the
man.
Cowboys can do anything.
Okay.
You have to you
You
just have
forgot a
Cowboys
vowel
can
in
do
there or
anything.
something.
The
Can't.
Cowboys can do anything. Gang, gang, gang. People don't know about the Cowboys. They just don't love them. They
Damn.
just don't love the
I'm watching
Cowboys.
how they shot down USA today. It's catching the end of that.
Mm-hmm. Just looking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow, thinking how we all took hand. Oh, I had to turn up the mic. Okay, here we go. Now I'm getting it.
You getting
Now
it?
I'm getting it.
So they
Okay.
wasn't hearing us earlier?
It probably was low as everything. Now we might be up there. We might be up there in the quality. You know, but this is why you test run. This is why you test run the opening days. Get it up.
It's a Carmelo Anthony sighting.
This guy's still talking basketball and we on football. He
Because
cannot.
I was waiting for you to get up.
Listen, let me just tell y'all something. No matter how much we do sports,
You
no matter
started
what's
it.
listen, no matter what's going on, how it's going on, we could sit here all day and we could argue. Now he's a Giant fan. Don't get me wrong. He's a dedicated Giant fan. But if you say to him the word one time, basketball, that's it. Everything stops. Nothing concerns him. And you hear what he said? He looked at the picture, right? And he said, there goes Andre Barrett right there. Look, he ain't care about nothing.
Andre Barrett.
He just looking for the dick.
RJ
Barrett. Excuse me.
Okay. You brought up basketball.
I
wanted to talk about the scores, how it's going with the first week.
I'm just telling you.
Week 1.
Week 1 what? Who?
Week 1 sports. NFL.
Wait, who did the Eagles play?
Patriots. They still up 5 with a minute, looks like a minute 40, maybe 43, something like that left.
Man.
So the Eagles is
what
shining.
Was that?
What in the world?
What was that? That was you, Molly?
Sound like a little girl in the closet.
What in the world was that?
That sound like a little girl in the closet.
I know we ain't got no ghosts up in here, man. It better not be no ghosts up in here.
Why don't you just give them a mic and let them say
I don't know if we got to give them a mic or give them something, because this right there, was crazy, man.
They don't have to hide. They got
I don't know what that was, man.
Here's the mic. Go on, give them some value.
Don't do that.
There you go. Yeah, I want them to say what they got to say.
To the boogie.
I'm not scared.
Lord to the boogie. Don't do that. But like I said.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
It's 34-36.
Okay, what
Miami
we talking about?
Dolphins and Los Angeles Chargers with a minute 9 left.
Los Angeles Chargers.
3-29.
Come on, keep it up, man. Keep
16.
it up. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I don't know what they're doing. They look like they're trying to fight. Everything
they look
else
like they're trying to fight.
And the only game I see worth being interested in is a 8:20 game that says Cowboys and the Giants.
Man, they don't even want to talk about that up, man. They don't want to talk about that up, man.
You might have to do another show.
They don't want to talk about that up. They don't want to talk that up, man.
I don't know.
Nobody wants to talk to Cowboys, man.
Why?
People are afraid of the Cowboys.
Afraid of the Cowboys.
They're afraid of the Cowboys.
I think the Cowboys are afraid of themselves.
The Cowboys are afraid of ourselves. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what to do, how to do it. All we know is it's week 1 of the NFL and we kicked it off straight live and we are ready, man. You understand? For all you Giant fans, make sure you get yourself together. I did this. I wanted to do it live just so I could talk. Hopefully we get some people to respond, and they don't respond. They're going to respond when I load it up. Like, oh, them guys went live. Yeah, we went live on YouTube to talk about our football. Bow. Football's in the house. Now what? I'm
supposed to be doing a tailgate, but I ain't going to get into that.
Yeah, you know what? But you know what, though? You know what? What I really want to say is that we do have an event coming up. So, you know, on September 30th, there's a boxing match that's going on September 30th. I can't even think of the name of the boxer who's boxing in that match tonight. Carmelo, I think it's Carmelo. September 30th. Let me look it up. Hold on. Let me get you the right thing because we will be going live that day. That might be one of the best boxing matches in the long term. Carmelo Alvarez to face Jamel Charlo. I think that's going to be a hell of a fight too. Even though it's opening day in the NFL, you don't want to miss that. Carmelo Alvarez to face Jamel Charlo, not
Jamel Chalo.
Jamel, Jermel, not
Jermel.
Jamel, Jermel on September 30th. There's a difference. One is spelled with an E, the other spelled with an A. They're twins. And everybody know that Canelo Alvarez is a boxing star, man, amongst himself. So you know that's going to be a hell of a fight on a Friday night. And we'll be right here looking at the fight, giving you play-by-play, box by box. So if you're ready to get into it with them, man, I got excited. Let me
Don't
calm
hurt
down.
yourself.
Man, the boxing gets me excited. Boxing and football, I
Paramedics
love.
don't come too often in this
Paramedics don't
area.
come too often in this area. You're right.
Let's relax ourselves.
Let's relax. Everybody calm down. Let's just wait for it to happen. I got excited, man. Make sure you check that. That's something we got to keep talking about because that's on the menu though. That's on the menu. Now I like it that it's on the menu. You know what I mean? The Canelo Alvarez fight. And the Jamel Charlo, not Jarmel, not Jermall. That is the twin brother. Please don't get them confused.
Does a lot of people also?
He boxes also.
Okay.
You have to forgive him, fans. He's that was a hard question. No, and I know everybody who's going to watch it, they're going to be like, nah, he ain't asked that question. Yes, he did. He asked that question. Yes, he did. He asked that question. Yes, he did. But let's get it keeping on the end. Where we at now with the score? Oh, and listen.
The games are basically over now. The Eagles got 25 seconds left in their game against the Patriots, and all the rest of the games scheduled for today have been completed. Miami Dolphins beat the Chargers at the last couple of seconds.
Shout out to the Dolphins.
Eagles look like they're going to finish this one off unless something happens in the next 25 seconds, something miraculously.
Man, what is going on with the Patriots, man? They haven't really been doing too good lately in the last couple of years, man.
Since what?
So I said the last couple of years. You talking about since when? I said last couple of years. Last couple of years mean 2 years.
So I was.
What does couple mean?
I was hinting at.
But if I say couple of years mean 2, don't? Okay, I'm sorry.
Who left there in a couple of years?
I don't know. All I know is that I just go by my man coaching. He ain't coaching Bill Belichick, and he might not even be the coach.
Coaching when he was winning.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It ain't the Tom Brady era. That's what I ain't thinking about that.
What else is there to think about when you think about the Patriots?
Oh, there was a lot, man. Oh, don't let me have to go back and do my football history with you.
No, I'm just talking about the Patriots.
I know some of the what was my man's name? Oh man. The guy when I was first watching football, the guy used to coach Tony Ison, I think his name was a quarterback.
Coach
and he didn't coach, he was a quarterback.
Oh, well, you
Tony Ison. I can't think of his name. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. And then they had the great Drew Bledsoe. They had the great Drew Bledsoe of the Patriots, man. Come on, man. He was one of the greatest of all time until Tom Brady came along and took something he had. I don't know. Anyway, I want to see what's going to happen now with my boy Skip Bayless.
Okay.
I want to see how he's going to run things now that he doesn't have Shannon Sharp in there to run through his season. I'm not sure if he has the know-how to handle his BI. That's what we got to find out, man. Did Skip Bayless make a mistake? Now he's one of the bright ones.
So is this departure related to that?
I don't really think so. To be honest with you, man, I think a lot of people were expecting Skip to fall. And I think what happens is when Skip didn't fall or when Skip didn't really
well, what transpired? That's what I want to know.
I'm trying to find the words that Skip did. He didn't fold. What he did was he did what anybody would do who has a franchise in this business. And I say franchise because the man makes 4-point-something million a year with Fox Sports. And, he pretty much he gets to pick his own partner. So I'm not sure that, this one might be a bad taste for Skip Bayless to be out on
I'm
his
trying
own.
to understand what actually took place.
I don't really know. I don't think the world is really going to know. I don't think they're going to tell the truth. I think Shannon Sharp,
But something took place.
a disagreement.
Was there something mentioned that he said? Because you mentioned to me something prior that he said
Well, they always
something.
had they on the air. They always had their conflict. They always had their differences.
Was
There
it
were
regarding
times.
race or anything like that?
To me, I happen to think there are times that Skip Bayless does take a shot at color.
Mm.
I happen to think that sometimes.
So
I
right
think he
now,
takes a shot at color. I think he takes a shot at the man sitting at the table. I think he takes a shot at his character. I think he takes a shot at his well being. But as men ourselves, um,
was that one sided? Was shots thrown the opposite way also?
you
It
couldn't
takes
tell
two
if
to
it was on if Shannon Sharp threw it back on there. I couldn't tell you yes.
it takes two to have a shootout.
Now, if he did it off the air, I probably could tell you no. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Ah, okay. Well,
I'm really
I
not
don't think
sure.
it would hurt as much if it was off the air.
Well, that depends because Skip Bayless was not one to hide behind the camera. He usually showed his face on camera. He usually did what he had to do with the camera. He usually didn't hide. But I think this is going to be a very interesting season for the new Skip, the new NFL. The NFL is going to be different this year. I think baseball has already shown that it's different this year. I think even our basketball is going to be different this year. I think fans are different. The way they watch is different. I think a lot of it is not. A lot of our sports is not going to be done by a lot of people watching channels the way they're watching now. A lot of people are going to be streaming. You can imagine if you have people watching Fox or CBS or whatever the shows come on, you best believe somebody might be streaming 10 times as much.
What happened with him with Tim Tebow?
I
Was
don't
there a
know.
situation with Tim Tebow? Because they said that he's denying going too far regarding Tim Tebow coverage.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. The only thing I can actually say about Skip Bayless, and of course, because I'm a Dallas fan,
Mm-hmm.
is when he did what he did to Dax Prescott. Now I remember one time Dax Prescott was letting everybody know he was going through a bad depression, and Skip Bayless was ripping him about that and told him he thought he was faking it and didn't, and things like that until he realized that Dax Prescott lost his brother due to suicide for being alone for COVID-19. So, in other words, Dax Prescott, the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, his brother was confined, solitary confinement with himself for COVID-19,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess he locked down by
Quarantine.
himself. He quarantined, and he I don't want to say, and they said he committed suicide
Oh, while he was
while he was
quarantined.
quarantined.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
wow. Okay.
Shout out to Dax, man. Shout out to Dax because you know what I found that out too, Dax. It hurt me too, and the fact that you even still played showed a lot about you. You know, shout out to Dax. Go
Now
ahead,
let's go to your
let's go to it.
your football stuff. Who's coaching your team now?
That's a good question. It was what's his name? Oh my God, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, mm,
Mm.
I was about to say Pat Garrett. That's
Got
how.
him, y'all.
Yeah, yeah, you
Got him
did,
with
you
a
did, you
question.
did. You got me.
Got him with a question on his own team.
Yes, you did. Oh man,
Mm.
because I got his name on the tip of my tongue, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the top stories is that Deion Sanders might be designated to coach
Yeah.
Cowboys. What do you think about that?
Ah man. Speaking of Dion,
Mm-hmm.
hold on. We got it.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Here
we
we
got
go.
it. Yeah.
Do Deion that's twice, y'all.
as Mike
Got
McCarthy,
him.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Mhm. Got him twice, y'all.
What I was thinking of was the guy before Mike McCarthy. I can't think of his goddamn name, and he used to play for us too, man. I can't think of his name. Yeah, man, I can't think of his name. Speaking of Deion Sanders, let's get to
Mm-hmm.
the Deion Sanders. So, it is known fact that Deion Sanders has won his first game. Now, a lot of people wanted me to break this story. They wanted me to break the story. Deion Sanders pushes Colorado to the number 18 as both ESPN and Fox prepare to send pregame shows to Boulder. So, We know he did his thing for the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders and his crew. Shout out to the Colorado's University. They showed up, man. They showed up and
Mm-hmm.
showed out. You know what I mean? And a lot of people thought he was going to fail.
He had two of his sons on the team, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. That's what I said. Yes, he did. I was
Yes,
thinking of
did.
something else. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
Pushes Carlisle to number 18 as both ESPN and
Mm-hmm.
Fox prepares.
Mm-hmm.
Turning heads with wild T-shirt on Saturday.
So what do you think? You think Deion Sanders had a shot to be one of the great ones in the NFL?
He definitely.
I mean, in the college
coaching.
rank as college coach, because half the country wanted to play for him. Half the country wanted to play for Deion Sanders. And a lot of people, like I said, they thought he was going to fail. They thought he was a hype that came along. And what happens? He's about to turn the program. Yeah, he's about to turn the whole program around.
They didn't know he was going to hang out?
Yeah, a lot of people thought he was going to fail. I really believe that. A lot of people really thought that Deion Sanders was going to fail. He wasn't going to make it to the top spot. I really, really believe that. A lot of people believe that. And Deion surprised them. He came out swinging. His team came out swinging. And here's the thing that's remarkable about Deion, and I always say that. Like, he, just before, prior to him going to his opening game as head coach, everybody doesn't realize, I do believe he had another surgery on his leg, his foot, or whatever. Do you know how remarkable it is to stand up on the sideline? Now, I know he didn't stand the whole game.
Right.
But he definitely did his thing. You gotta really look at that, man. You really gotta look at the fact that the guy just had surgery. He could barely stand on his legs, and he goes out and he stands up on the sideline. 15-minute quarters football game, 45 minutes. So you really figure he's standing there for maybe 3 hours.
What is? We don't know the intensity of the surgery he had.
Yes.
Procedure. Well, yes. What he had? What he had?
Yes, he removed another toe. He had the first 2 toes removed. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Deion Sanders had a bad. Let me look it up. I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. I'll tell you the type of surgery he had. Yeah. And the fact that he out there and he stands on that thing. Well, sure he had blood clots in his legs that he had to remove. And it says Deion Sanders will undergo surgery. Well, he already went that for the blood clots in the University of Colorado. Wow, man. He's 55 years old, and he's having his foot
after the seizure last month.
Because they really wanted to amputate his foot, and he wouldn't let them amputate his foot.
So now he's taking the slow path, but it's still causing him to need amputations, basically what you're saying.
He said, I went to the doctors the other day to check myself out, and I have 2 clocks in my leg. That's old, but in my right leg, one in my right leg, one in my left leg, which is my thigh. Now I have a procedure tomorrow to try and get those clogs out, And you got to understand, the man has lost 2 toes. Said last week, during the episode here, he says he can't even feel the bottom of his left foot. Oh, man, and this guy stands on the sideline. He discusses the possibility of next step to alleviate the daily pain, with the doctor's suggestion doing that in initial surgery of Sanders' foot to realign one or more of his toes that have more pressure put on them due to the previous toe amputations.
Yeah, I'm looking at his foot now. Look, they're showing you only got 3 toes on that foot, and the big toe is gone.
The big toe is gone. That's your balance toe.
And then they showing his thigh. His thigh. Yeah, you could tell. Yes,
his whole leg is messed up. That man played like that for years. You know what I'm saying? He did it for years. And then the thing I used to tell people, he got to put on a shoe over that. So that got to be irritating. It got to be frustrating. The balance is off, and then you gotta kind of like hit that sideline when you Deion Sanders, man. You gotta hit that. You gotta hit that sideline. You gotta hit that sideline. You know.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And nobody, no, man, we gonna have a long way to go before we get a whole new crowd coming to our live on YouTube. But we gonna be there. We gonna do it though. This is gonna be one of our best shows. But yeah, that's the way it is, man. I'm telling you right now, Deion Sanders might
I
be
didn't
one
know
of the
that.
best.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know he was facing that. That's almost like
Well, we haven't
diabetes.
covered sports in a long time, and being that we starting to cover our sports again, and just testing out our live right now to see what we can chatter up and bring up. I mean, it's new, but the fact that this man is that remarkable, that he's on the sideline with a foot like that, how many coaches you know could do that?
Mm.
And all the time, you if you're a man like that, and now I got to take it back. I got to go back because now we got to get into something. So let's talk about the fact of Deion Sanders playing coaching at the black college, and he has a situation like that.
Hmm.
Do you actually think that with a situation like that, he would be able to go over to if he was at a black college and have the college actually do the surgery for him that he needs to move on? This was one of the things that I was trying to explain to people about why he wanted to leave in the first place. And people always think that everything is about money. It's more than money. What if if it was one of his players and he was still at the black college and he had to go through that? What if that was one of his players? How medically? Uh, yes, they probably have medical staff that's capable of doing certain things, but they also need to have uh, a better upgraded staff. The way look how Colorado they actually took him to the Colorado doctors. He couldn't do that before. He had to go to his personal doctors for that.
Okay, so well, no, he
Hmm.
wasn't going to personal doctors. He got to go to specialists regardless.
But the specialists that are not provided by the school.
Well, I'm sure he has insurance. He's
This
retired,
is when he
right?
no. This is what I'm talking about when he was coaching for the uh, black college.
Okay.
He didn't
What
get the
does that have
same
to do with his
treatment.
medical
Well,
insurance?
because listen, right now you have to look at it with him signing on as head coach of Colorado. I'm pretty sure that's part of his contract that he's able to get uh, medical attention for himself. That's probably part of his contract. What he probably couldn't get at a black college.
I don't think he would be limited at any for
Yeah, if
any
you don't
medical.
have the hold on, this is gonna be a good one.
But
If you
how
don't
could why
have
why
the
would he have lack of medical?
because they don't have the funds.
Why would I'm gonna ask it again?
There's
Him
college.
as an individual, why would he have lack of medical? That
No,
part
see,
I
I
don't
think
get.
okay.
Go
Now I'm
ahead.
understanding. You're thinking because he got money, he's capable of paying his
I'm
own.
sure he has
But when
insurance,
you
regardless
sign,
to the job.
forget about that. No, that's not regardless of the job.
Go ahead.
When you sign on as a head coach, that should be one of the things
You
that's
saying should be, but I'm talking about whether he's there or whether he's at the last place he was at. I don't think he would have.
being a head coach shouldn't define how much money he makes or has. That should not
That's basically
that
what I'm
should not
saying.
be determined on how he's treated medically.
That's what I'm saying.
If he's a head coach at a college, whether it be a black college or it be a Division I white college, or I hate to say it that way, like Division I white. I don't know. I got that. That's
Mm-hmm.
just
You be
anyway.
lying.
Yeah, I know they'll break it down. But at this point, what I'm trying to say is that it shouldn't matter what college he signed. He should be able to get medical treatment. That college was not able to afford him medical treatment. You can look it up. It is written.
They couldn't afford
They
to
could
give
not
him.
afford anything at Jackson State for that. I tried to stop not use their name. I just tried to keep calling them the Black College, but then that was disrespectful too. They were not ready to take care of anybody of that magnitude. You
Mm.
have to understand that a person of that magnitude comes to town. You have to be prepared, not roll out the red carpet, but at least have part of the carpet laid down. This man went years without water. Room and board was terrible. The gym was terrible. He had to redo a lot of things, man. And you know, a lot of these black
But
colleges,
right now, I'm considering him personally
right,
because he's going through something which is personal.
right.
I'm sure he would not be limited at any if of any.
See, because you know, like I always said this about people, how they you perceive him because he's a football player who made a certain amount of money. He's Deion Sanders. His bank account is probably fat, which it is. That he should have no problem getting medical attention at a very high level because he can afford to pay. And I'm telling you, I understand that. But I'm also telling you that he's signed a contract with a college. And in that contract, it should somewhere stipulate. Whether it does or whether it doesn't, I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm sure there's medical that comes along with his job.
Not at that magnitude.
I understand that. You didn't
Okay.
let me finish.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure there's medical that comes with that.
Mhm.
But I'm talking about just as with you and me,
Right.
if we have a need that is life threatening,
Right.
we're gonna do to provide the best that we can provide for that situation. Correct?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
but
go
you're
ahead.
gonna do that under the contract in which
You're gonna do that
Wait, let me-
under saving your life.
you're not letting me
It doesn't
finish.
matter about a
You're not letting me
contract.
finish.
Go ahead.
It's like so if you sign on with a job, right? Don't you pay for medical coverage?
Yeah,
Okay, that is your contract.
I
You're not.
understand
Go
that.
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
understand that. I'm trying to get where he's gonna limit himself because it's not in his
It's not
medical
about.
plan.
It's not about limiting himself.
Okay,
When
that's
a
what I'm
man
talking about.
signs on for procedures, when a man signs on for a head coaching job at a Division 1, Division 2, maybe even a Division 1 college, and he's a head coach, he should be allowed to have some type of medical coverage because it comes along with the job. Now, what that coverage is depends on how much, to me, what the school can afford to pay in medical coverage, right? It's just like if a person who works, okay, let's use me for example. I work for the city. I'm under medical coverage, but my coverage doesn't cover everything. So I'm pretty sure that when he was at Jackson State, it didn't cover everything. Here in Colorado, he didn't have the school doctors in Jackson State look after him the way the Colorado doctors are looking after him. He did have to go to his own specialist, his own doctor, and he should not have. He shouldn't have to. He's a man under contract under a university or institution. He's under contract. He should be able to be covered medically head to toe. Go ahead, I'm finished.
What he, what he need be is one thing. What he has is another.
Mm-hmm.
I would think it's just like any other jobs. If you came to my job, the insurance is what it is. If you want extended insurance, you can pay into it. If you have a I can't think of the word, but if you have a situation that you had prior to having that job, I'm sure you would have looked into some type of way to benefit yourself on that ailment, not on the basis of the job that you have. You would go beyond that. That's all I'm saying. Whatever your job provides is going to provide that regardless.
I'm gonna agree with you, but I'm just letting you know that it's a person who signs a contract.
He should is what you're gonna say.
Right.
Right. I'm not going with he should.
Okay.
I know what you're saying. You say, of course he should. He should be fully covered at any by him coaching.
At no time should he should have to come out of his pocket.
But the reality of that is not that.
The reality is it's not. It doesn't happen that way.
The reality is whatever benefits they provide is what they provide across the board. They're not going to provide special benefits unless it's in a special contract, knowing his situation. Okay. He could put that in a stipulation, or he can accept whatever benefits they give, which I'm sure are very great. But to cover what he's going through, maybe not. I don't know.
That brings up a good point, though. I'm just saying that if you see the medical attention that he's getting at Colorado, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it meant a lot. of
So
what
you
he
think
was
he
getting.
just went to a better facility
I
that
think
can
it was.
provide better health care for his situation?
I think it was all just part of the same criteria. Not only did he want to have a better a better place to bring his players, but I also thought it was about him too.
Well,
It was about
okay.
his health. It's about keeping him healthy and the facility, the training facility,
Well, that
and
part they didn't
family.
tell
And
in the growth of his
no, they didn't tell. They don't tell you a lot. A lot of people don't tell you a lot.
Mhm.
But you have to read between the lines. You know, is one of them things. Deion Sanders is Deion Sanders. I mean, he's considered one of the greatest of all times. But yet, right now, he's about to go down as one of the greatest coaches to ever coach college football. And I do believe that. I do believe,
He might
and
have
I'm
be
gonna
done
put
at
this out there, and
college.
I'm gonna say this because I'm not afraid to say it. I
Uh-oh.
think he's going to be the next black Nick Saberhagen, and a lot of people don't like that. A man with a plan is dangerous, and I've always said that. This man knew when he started coaching football what he was going to do. He knew his next move after Jackson State was going to be a Division I school. He just didn't know it would be Colorado. He inherited a football school that doesn't have a winning tradition within the last 5 years, but they have winning tradition in history.
Well, that's the purpose why they brought him there,
That's what I'm saying. To remanufacture
to
the
change some
business,
things.
change some. I could say shit. I'm live. I can say that.
You say whatever you want to say.
Man, from time to time, man, y'all need to check us out. Make sure you look for our sports page. We're gonna be starting a whole new sports page. These are gonna be different. We're gonna be able to talk about our Knicks, football, basketball, whatever you want to talk about sports, whether it's on the court, off the court, behind the scenes, on the scenes. We will be going live to talk sports because we want to hear your comment. So make sure now you can catch us live on YouTube only. We ain't gonna be nowhere else but on YouTube. You might get a share and see us on TikTok, but we live on YouTube. You can comment every Sunday. We gonna be here live and bright up your day. Yeah, I do got a bathroom. On that note, people, we about to get out of here. Anything you want to say about opening day, man?
Nope, it's been a pleasure.
It's
It's
been a
definitely a pleasure. I
pleasure.
look forward to seeing y'all and talking to y'all, shouting at y'all, disagreeing with you,
Uh-oh.
doing all that next week. We're
Oh,
gonna talk about these
man.
Cowboys. We're gonna update the Cowboys next Sunday on
There
the
you go.
second go round.
Talk
We're
about the
gonna update the
Cowboys.
Cowboys because Giants we ain't gonna have to talk about.
Giants, we ain't gotta have to talk about. Why we can't talk about the Giants?
We ain't gonna have to talk about them because if they're gonna talk about them, they're gonna talk for themselves.
Yeah.
They're gonna speak for themselves.
Molly, Molly, Molly.
What is this fool doing?
I can't talk to Molly. I can't say nothing. I'm sorry. Until we meet again next Sunday, people, I'm Big Ram with my host, Tony Toners in the house. Check us out live every day, every Sunday night, 7:30 to 8. We live. I thought you might want to say something, plug in your burgers. You fine? You're painting, so you don't want to. He's painting, so he doesn't want to get his. My sister says hello. Tell your sister I said hello too.
No, to her.
Shout out. Here's the problem. Which sister? Which sister?
Val, my older sister.
Yo, Val, what's happening? I haven't seen Val in years. Love you, Val. Haven't seen her in years.
She gotta subscribe.
You gotta subscribe to the living room.
Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. We live, Val.
And then she can hear
She
us
says
talking
she
to her.
is.
She is subscribed to the living room.
Is she listening now?
If she go to
You gotta
YouTube,
listen now.
we on YouTube
We're
live.
on YouTube live now.
We about to go down.
Oh, you're about to go down anyway.
Yeah, you can listen to the first week.
Yeah.
She's talking about midget strippers anyway.
Midget strippers.
Everybody, until we meet again next Sunday, I am your host, Big Red, along with my co-host Tony Tone. It's been a pleasure to always talk sports with you, man. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you get out. You check us out every Sunday now. We're going to be live. Whether we talking sports, we talking entertainment, we're going to be talking everything. But we do got a new sports show coming out, man. Just check us out. You never know what we're going to talk about. It's always on. And ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Go crazy. You got anything to say before we get on out of the
No,
chat box, brother?
just be thankful, share love, y'all communicate with one another.
You never say nothing. You never say nothing.
I
Like,
talk through the show.
yeah,
I let you talk.
I
You
don't
like
do
to do
enough
it.
talking, bro.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yes, you do.
Till we see y'all next Sunday, we live. Check us out. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. Make sure you friend request to the Facebook page. Until we meet you again, we love you, peace, soul, and happiness. Just like my man Don Canilla. Later, people.